recording. There we go. Okay, so good morning. It's Monday. So we're going to do a really interesting class today. And I found this, after doing my research, I found this quote online. And did I mute everyone? Yeah, I did. Okay. And I mean, you can read it yourself, but when we talk about balance, we are not talking about sanity. We are talking about finding that perch between sanity and insanity, where you can venture an adventure. Madness is an adventure. It is most wonderful. It is a most wonderful thing as long as it is in control. If you lose control, it will become ugly. Similarly, sanity is a beautiful thing, but if you become perfectly sane, you are as good as dead. This ability to venture an adventure to whatever you want at any moment will come to you if your Mulandara is well established. So makes me happy that I know I am a little crazy and I can be sane, and I think I'm doing the most perfect job for someone like me. So Mulandara Bandha. Mulandara, actually chakra, and Mulandara Bandha. So there is so much in this little, I'm going to stop the sharing so you guys can see me. Hi, Lori. There's so much, hi, Phoenix, in that little quote and what we're going to practice today. So if you saw my Facebook post, we did this, I showed a picture of this mudra, which is your thumb and your ring finger connected, which is called Prithvi Mudra, called to fact it helps equalize the element of earth. Similarly, with the root chakra, right? It's the earth chakra. Similarly, with Mulandara Bandha. So you guys know the bandhas, right? I've talked about them before, and I might get ahead of myself, so I'll slow down. The Mulandara Bandha is like your first bandha at the base, right? At the where your anus is, and it's an uplifting energy. And then you have your Uddiyana Bandha in the belly, the fire that burns the impurities. And then you have Jalandhara Bandha, right, the throat lock that keeps everything down. So all of these things in an essence are mudras, and that's kind of our theme of our class. They're all mudras, they're all these symbols. So earth, grounding, the bandhas within the body, which are muscular constraints and energetic centers in the body. Those are mudras. The chakras, another place of where we hold energy. So all of these things kind of wrap together in their own way, but they all come back to the same thing, which I find really, really fascinating. And that's what we're going to use today. So I also want to throw out there the element of earth. Hi, Jess. Are Virgos, Tauruses, and Capricorn. The element of air is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Fire is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And water is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So that doesn't mean that if you're not an earth element that you will not benefit from an earth class, because we all know that earth needs air, earth needs water, and there are fires. And when you're too fiery, hi, nice to meet you, you need that earth, that grounding energy. So there's always a role in all of these elements. And I thought Monday would be a great way to ground and introduce some of this stuff. So we're going to start with just some really easy breath work, but I'd like to do it with this mudra. So please bring your ring finger and your tip of your thumb together. The other fingers are straight but relaxed. And you rest the arm down on the, and Jess, I'm going to go ahead and mute you. There we go. Okay. So go ahead and come into your comfortable seat, and we'll begin with all of this kind of going on. So we're just going to awaken that energy, that Kundalini energy at the base of our spine, really near the anal, the sphincter muscle. Bring the tips of those fingers together. Close your eyes. And imagine now grounding down to that area of the body, that earth element of the body, the grounding. And then just begin to take a little bit more of a conscious breath through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And then begin to routinely breathe in and out through the nose. Feeling this element of earth, of grounding in the root chakra. So draw your attention to that area at the base of the body, between the sit bones. And then I'd like you to kind of contract, just very gently contract that mudra within the body with Muladhara Bandha, of kind of awakening that Kundalini energy, that pranic body, that life force body. And then once you have a gentle awareness there, I'd like you to bring your awareness to the touch between those fingers, maybe starting first with the left hand, and take 6 breaths at the left touch of the fingertips. Beginning to generate awareness, stability, ability, confidence, centerness, and balance between that insanity and sanity, which I think that we all can attest in limbo to the last few months. And then after 6 breaths, just moving over to the right touch of the fingers. It is also said in this mudra, this Prithvi mudra, it also helps to strengthen the bones. And then as you're doing this, I'd like you to just kind of think about your true belief in these mudras and these gestures. Maybe it wasn't the fingertips touching. There's a lot happening. I'm talking a lot, but there's a lot to be said. If you do or do not believe in mudras, or it's perfectly fine, but if you have an intent to build your concentration and grounding, I think that it works regardless. You probably were taught at a young age, if you came into an upbringing of a religious household, to put your hands together in prayer, right? Or maybe focusing really hard. All of those are internal locks or internal energetic binds of the body to bring a heightened awareness. So kind of create that scenario in your mind and just take a couple more breaths now, wherever you're drawn to, the fingertips, the base of the body here, wherever you are, just hold this beautiful space for yourself. Know it is sacred. Know it is how you came into this earth within these elements. It is life. Right here at this earth element, it is life and it is death. You arrive to earth and then one day we all perish. Good. And then go ahead and release the mudra, open your eyes and come into tabletop. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we're going to go right into cat-cow, really grounding energy here, kind of playing with this movement of the tailbone. So it's an inhale and an exhale. And I'd like you now to kind of start to contract that Muladhara Bandha each time you come into cat pose. So as you inhale to cow, you're opening up the heart. And as you come into cat, engage that perineum, right? That sphincter muscle. Do that a few times, but now feel the pressure underneath the fingertips of the ring finger and the thumb as if they were still connected. Bring all of this awareness, all of this in mind of grounding, of stabilizing, of keeping yourself aware of what's happening. Good. And then we're going to add on. So go ahead and open your eyes again, stabilize your tabletop, tuck your toes, take an inhale, and then exhale really slowly, downward dog. And then really slowly inhale, knees back to the floor. So make it like a 6 count. Exhale. Kind of like a cat just waking up in the morning. Inhale. Coming onto its legs, right? Just stretching and just feeling its body. Waking up its pranic body. Waking up your pranic body into this grounding effect. And then I'd like you at each downward dog to engage that mudra at the base, right, in the sphincter muscles. As you start to really awaken, hopefully as you go through the class, higher and higher. The next time that you go into downward dog, stay there and take a couple rounds of breath. Breathe into the back of the right leg. Explore what's happening within the back line of your fascia system. And then breathe into the back of the left leg. Explore what's happening into the left leg. And then I would like you to engage again that mudra within the body at the sphincter, right? To kind of engage now through both hips. And then look between your hands, soften your knees, step the right foot flat between your hands, lower the left knee down. Lengthen the spine. Again, find that control within the locks of the body, but then bring the chin into the chest. Close your eyes and allow yourself to just explore this coming in, this engaging in the middle of the body. And if you can feel an absorption of energy, of an all-encompassing or contracting in the middle of the body. Good. And then I'd like you to go ahead and straighten the right leg out by walking or sending the hips back. Walk the hands even with the hips and lower your glute really right on top of the left heel. So I want you to sit right on the heel. So right there, you already have a physical energetic lock happening. You're sitting on your left heel. Then you're gonna rise your hands all the way up, reaching, connect the thumb and the ring finger together, and exhale, hinge over the hip and fold down. Put the chin right into the collarbones. Okay, and then I want you to think about it. It's almost like you've created a physical restraint on the heel into the bottom of the glute, or right at the base of the sphincter muscle, and then you've got the chin in. There is something to be said for this physical feeling of everything coming into the middle here in this grounding sensation. So see if you can just explore that within your body and how it makes you feel. Just a couple breaths here. Good. And then bring the palms flat again. Rise into that low lunge and send the right leg back. Come all the way up into downward dog again and take 6 rounds of breath. Now I'd like you to physically feel a little bit stronger. Create that strength by sending the quadriceps or the front of the legs to the back. Rolling the shoulders downward to hug the body. Pull the navel in, gaze is to the navel. And feel the stability within your body. Feel the stability within your breath. Never shorten your exhale. Once you sense your exhale has become shortened, start again. Start again with all of these grounding connections with the feet and the hands. Then the belly. Good. Go ahead and look between your hands, soften the knees, step the left foot forward, bring the right knee down. Again, engage, right? Contract right in the middle, pull the chin to the chest. Begin to find your strength, your stability, your awareness, your grounding element. How is the quality of earth right now within you? Where do you feel it most active? And then begin to hinge back with the hips, sitting right on top of the right heel. Lift the torso and the arms over your head, connect into that Prithvi mudra, and then hinge down. Chin into the throat, toes flexed, and take 6 breaths. Notice as you contract the body, you can go deeper, and your awareness becomes to expand beyond just that lock. Good. So there's a contracting and a letting go. Palms flat. Come all the way back up into that low lunge. Lift the right knee up and step forward. Soft bend to the knees. And I'd like you to grab to your big toes. So both fingers, peace fingers, grab onto the toe lock. Inhale, lift your chest. Don't release the bind. Exhale, chin to the chest and forward fold. Begin to hinge so that your tailbone lifts high. Right? And find that going inward again, bringing you that sensation of stillness. Take one more round of breath. And then on your inhale, release the bind, which is yet another mudra. Lift the arms over your head, Samasthiti, mountain pose. Palms touch, look up and hold. And as you're doing this, I want you to just feel, is it hard for you to look up? Is it easy? Just start noticing these different patterns in the body, which are also going to speak to your patterns and how you move throughout the day. And then relax, hands down by your sides. Again, inhale, lift the arms up. And then forward fold straight down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back with the right leg. Bring the right heel down. We're gonna come all the way up, warrior two pose. So get low through your foundation of your legs. Lift the right arm up, lift the left arm up. Good. Bring your gaze over your left fingers. Hold strength, hold stability, and hold space for your shoulders to soften. Yeah. Okay, and then I want you to again engage that first lock at the base of your hips and breathe. Breathe in the element of earth, the grounding of stability. And then take your left hand over your head, reach the right hand down the right leg, and just open up into this reverse warrior two. And find that same expansion, but grounding. Send the hips lower. Send the left hip lower. Keep pressing through the right outer edge of the foot. Good. And your next inhale, come all the way back to warrior two. Exhale, left hand down, then the right hand down. Step forward. Grab onto the big toes. Inhale, lengthen the chest, soft bend to the knees. Shift your body weight forward a little bit more. There you go. And then all the way down. Chin into the sternum. Release the bind. Inhale, arms meet at the top, palms touch, mudra. And then forward fold, release again. Halfway we lift. Step it back with the left leg. Left side of the edge of the foot comes down. Sink your hips low. Build from foundation. Without a foundation, nothing else will be stable. Left arm lifts up into warrior two. Right palm kind of slightly forward of the right knee. Your gaze is soft and over the front middle finger. Pull up energy from the base of the body, from the earth. And kind of just feel this up and down, this ebb and flow of air, of water, of earth. Just feel all of it inside of you, because we all have them, right? We're made of this matter, of this energy that exists all around us, but definitely within us. One more breath. And then exhaling, reaching it back. Right hand over the head. Sink the hips even lower. Test your boundaries. Test the space of uncomfort versus comfort. And again, looking for that balance constantly, even physically. Good. Next inhale. Right palm reaches forward. Left hand loops up. Right hand down. Left hand down. Step back, downward dog, please. Taking 5 breaths in downward dog. Close your eyes. And see if you can feel the furnace within the body, the mudras within the body, the energy locks. And then see if you can feel the thumb and the ring finger pushing down into the ground. Good. Lift the right leg into the sky. And then send the right foot flat between your hands. Bring the left knee down again. Hinge the hips back, lift the right toes. We've been here before. And then we're gonna move just like this. So it's gonna be exhale, reach forward. Actually, it's gonna be inhale. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, right leg extends back. 2 more just like this. Chin comes to the sternum. 1 more time. And then come all the way back again. Lowering onto the left heel. Take the right hand now, hold on to the right foot. Walk the left hand beside the left hip and lift the right foot up. Lift the right leg up all the way towards the chest. As high as you can get it and flex the toe. So the right knee doesn't need to be straight, okay? We just want an internal rotation. If you feel balanced, you're gonna take, and you're sitting right on your heel. You're gonna take your left hand to the right foot as well and try to balance here. Building focus, concentration. Good. One more breath. And then plant the hands back down, roll to the top into a low lunge. Lift the left knee, bring the left heel down. Sink your hips low. Open the chest up to the back wall or to the side of your mat, warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior two. Inhale. Right palm outside the right hand, coming into a plank or tabletop now to exhale to the floor. Inhale to a low cobra. And then all the way back again, downward dog, where we begin again, where we begin yet another transition of building stability, of building that house, that foundational work that without you can't move on. Listen to your breath. Press through your fingers. Be present for yourself, for your practice. Good. Left leg is going to go to the sky. Left foot's going to go in between your hands. Your right knee releases. And then we move our hips back and forth. Exhale. Left leg straight, nose towards the knee. Inhale, come forward. 6, just like this. What element in your life, right? You can even bring this into the mind here. Can you ground more through? Where do you need more of that stability? Build it here right now in your practice. Next time that we go all the way back, we land right on the right heel, seated. The left hand holds onto the left foot. The right hand stabilizes you and lifting that left leg all the way up. Now, if you've got knees that are uncomfortable doing this, you can always place a block under your hips, pretty darn high. And then you're gonna really lift that left leg pretty high. Squeeze your muscles in your body. Think of that grounding mudra. And then play. Can you hold the left leg up? Couple breaths. Good. Gently release. Right hand, left heel. Walk it forward into the low lunge. Lift the right knee up. Right heel grounds down. Lengthen your spine. Warrior two, right arm goes up, left arm comes up. Beautifully, you guys. And then sink low. Don't forget about the lifting of the back arch of your foot. There you go. And then send that left hip into the right heel. So just adjust your hips. So if you feel like your butt's sticking out a little bit, go ahead and fix that. Good, good. Reverse warrior two. Left arm over the ear. Here's where really big, strong control of the body. You're rising energy up through that first mudra lock within the body, that lifting of prana. Good, left hand down outside the left foot, right hand down outside the left foot. Inside, I'm sorry, step forward this time. Grab your big toes, inhale. And then forward fold down, exhale. Now you can stay bound on the toes if that helps you. Or you can release the palms flat outside the feet and work the spine to go deeper, head towards the ground, tailbone to the sky. And then engage all the mudras, the energetic seals within your body to build all focus and concentration right in the middle. So the poses, again, I'm going to repeat this, don't necessarily change. It's you that changes as you grow within your practice. Good. Okay, we're going to inhale, lift all the way up, Namaste, palms over your head, right in that very first mudra we probably all learned. And then hands down to the heart center. Close your eyes. Feel connection, thumb to thumb, index to index, middle to middle, ring to ring, and pinky to pinky. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more. Good. Bring the hands down by the hips, palms face forward. Lift the right knee up in front of the belly. Hold here, engage your mudras. Engage your mudra of your thumb and your ring finger. Lift the right knee higher, lengthen through the left leg, lift the arms over your head. Flex the right toes. Be active through the right quad. Hold. Come right into your tree pose, right foot, left thigh. Stabilize, soften the shoulders. Soften your face. Exhale longer than the inhale, if anything, but try to get them equalized. Good. Right knee in front of the belly again, nice and high. Kick the right leg out. Forward fold over the right leg. Release the bind of the fingers and lift the leg high. Engage those muscles within the body we had discovered earlier. Right hand to the hip. Turn your chest to the right. Yeah, I know. Keep stabilizing. Come back to the center. Right knee to the chest. Right foot to the ground. Let it go. Good. Inhale with the arms. Palms together, gaze goes up. Exhale right down to the floor. Palms outside the hands or big toes. Inhale. Tailbone high. Chest lifts. Good. Step it back. Plank or tabletop. Down to the ground. Stretching and opening up the chest. Really, it's the spine. And downward dog. Head releases down last. Find those seals within each finger, with each toe, and then within the muscles, the controls, the energetic locks within the body. 2 more breaths. Feel the change already happening, already brewing. Something's different. The stability is there that maybe wasn't there. Good. Left leg steps in between your hands. Right leg steps in between your hands. We lengthen the spine, and then we fold. Inhale, Namaste, hands over your head. Looking up, shoulders are slightly forward, and then hands down by the hips. Bring the left knee up in front of the chest. Gather information from the body. Gather feedback. Gather control and grounding. Roll the shoulders down and back. Connect the thumb to the ring finger. That strength in your bones and in your mind, lift the hands up. Feel that strength within you. Build that strength within you. It's there, just access it. Tree pose, left foot, right thigh. Soften the shoulders. Feel that stabilization of the left heel into the right inner thigh. Maybe the groin, right? Maybe you lift it even higher. So all of the placements of the limbs within the body, especially the heels, play an important role of these trigger points within the body to release things that maybe have buildup. Good. Left knee in front of the chest. Left leg goes straight, hands forward fold, grab the foot, pull the leg in, and rise the chest. Hold. Stabilize through both legs. You've got this. There you go. Good job. Hold on to the left big toe with the right hand. Left arm opens up. Rotate. Rotate to the left side of the body. Take a few breaths. Just come back if you unstabilize. That moment of sanity and insanity. Good. Come back to forward. Knee to the chest. Left foot down. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, half plank. Step back, plank or tabletop. Down to the ground, bend the elbows. Into a cobra. And then child's pose, please. All the way back. Okay, and then I would like you to try to get your heels to touch. Heels to touch. Whatever that means for your knees of what you need to do, just create that sensation. And then try to sink your hips somewhere into the heels. Sink your hips for that connection. And then find your breath. Return to the breath. And then bring a mudra. Okay? Your palms can be together, can be the thumb to the ring finger. that Piritvi mudra, the equalizing element. 2 more rounds of breath. And then inhale, palms are flat and look up. Get your forearms on the ground, please. Spread your fingers out. So keep the elbows down and then keep your hands right in line with your elbow, which is in line with your wrist. So everything's nice and straight here. And then lift up your hips, tuck your toes or roll your toes in, and bring your knees right behind your triceps. So I hope you can see the ground that I'm on. Your head is gazing forward. And then think about that moment when I asked you, was it easy in mountain pose to look up? Okay, so that's gonna be, if you've got a forward head position, it's not a bad thing, okay? It's just how you're built. It's gonna be really hard, so just be gentle. And then we try to find balance into this baby little crow. So we're really tight, our muscles are all contracted. My head is not on the ground. It's just my forearms. Holding, big toes touch. 3, 4, we're going to 5. And then feet come down. Walk the hands back. Inhale, standing, Namaste. And then exhale, hands by the hips. Good job. Here we're going to create a flow out of that. Inhale, palms meet at the top. Notice the transition. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we lengthen the spine and the neck. Exhale, we step it back, plank to tabletop, whichever one you prefer, lower into the floor. Lifting up the spine and the chin, heels towards another, downward dog, we exhale. Okay, be affirmative in your breath. Be disciplined in your focus. Quiet down the distractions of the mind. And just feed the soul, feed the energy that is sometimes scattered, feel it become unscattered and whole. Inhale, lift the right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the right foot flat between your hands. Left heel down, inhale, warrior 2. Settle into the pose as you exhale. Inhale, we find our space. Exhale, we reach it back, building proprioception and awareness in the body. We inhale, come all the way back into that warrior 2. And then exhale, right hand down, left hand down, step forward. Lengthen your spine, we're gonna inhale. Forward fold over the legs as we exhale. Inhale, hands meet at the top, palms touch each other for that prayer mudra. And then hands come down by the hips. Inhale, right knee in front of the chest. Exhale, right foot into the left thigh. Use the right hand to bring the heel as high into that, high into the groin as you can. Stabilize, externally rotate your hips. Mudra with the arms wherever you want, however you want, and rise. Meet yourself at the top. Find yourself centered within the navel, so you may be able to feel the muscles of the core, but can you activate them deeper? Right knee in front of the chest. Right leg extends out and you bind. Pull the leg in, lengthen up higher. Open up the right arm to a twist, but you've got the lock, right? Left hand to right big toe, and we turn. Good. Hold here for an inhale. We're gonna move, don't worry. Come back to center, right hand into the right foot. Pull the right knee into your chest. Send the right foot way back into the crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Left foot steps back, knees to the ground. Elbows to the ground. Lift, tuck your toes, lift the knees, baby crow. Find your balance. So elbows to the ground, palms to the ground, head off the floor. Again, be mindful of your neck. Good. Big toes come down. Lift the elbows. Walk the hands outside the feet. Forward fold. Lengthen the spine. And refold down. Take another inhale and another exhale. Namaste, hands over the tops of your heads. And then hands down by the hips. Breathe in again, Namaste, hands over the top of the head. And then right down through the center of the body again. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we go into a plank. Chaturanga or tabletop, we all land in downward dog. Taking 5 breaths in your downward dog. I've crawled off my mat. I need to readjust. Find the awareness within the framework of the bones of the body. Feel everything that's stretching, moving, releasing, becoming more fluid. Fluidly lift the left leg up to the sky. Left foot flat between your hands. Right heel comes down. Right arm flows to the back of the body. Lift up the torso, warrior 2. Get the knee right over the ankle. Lower your hips deeper. Soften your shoulders. Yeah, then find your breath. In and out through the nose. Good. Left hand reaches back. Reverse warrior 2. Sink that left hip a little lower. Good. Take an inhale. You got it. Exhale. Left hand down. Good. Right hand down. Lift the right heel to step it all the way forward. Lengthen the spine. And fold. Okay, other side. Here we go. Inhale. Arms over the head. Palms touch. Hands down by the sides of the hips. Left knee up in front of the belly. Get strength and stability through the right leg. Decide the mudra of choice for your hands. Tree pose, right? Left heel to the right groin. Really high. If you can't bring the left heel into the groin, the left toes on the ground is perfectly fine. Lift the arms. Build your breath. Build on your pose. First feel it physically. Then feel it mentally. Now energetically. Left knee in front of the belly. Extend the left leg out. Bind around the toe. Lengthen the spine. Pull the leg in. Left arm rotates out to the back. Turn the chest. Inhale. And exhale. Rotate left hand to the front foot again. Bring the knee in. Step it way back. Balance on the ball of the left foot. You're into that crescent lunge. Lift the hands up. Good. And then exhale, hands come down. Step it back to a plank pose. Pause. Build your stability. Engage those blocks you're very well aware of now. Release the knees to the ground. Untuck the toes or tuck it. It's up to you. We're going to have to move them anyway. Elbows to the floor. Gaze goes slightly forward of your index fingers. Lift the knees, walk the toes forward, plant the knees on the triceps and lift. Baby crow. 6 breaths. 3, good job you guys. 4, 5, and 6. Release the toes down. We're gonna change it up here. Come to seated on your glutes. Come into diamond pose. Walk, hold on to your big toes. Walk your hips towards your heels. Roll your shoulders back. Pull your navel in. Drop your chin down. Make sure your breath is still in and out through the nose. Hug the elbows close to the sides of the body. Just come to your breath. Come into this posture of awareness. You've got your peace finger bound around your toes. And breathing. Good. Open the eyes up. Release the hands down by the hips. Walk the feet out in front of you, knees are bent. Fingertips should be pointed back or forward. Just keep the shoulders externally rotating. We're going to come into a back bend here. Lift up the hips. Lift the heart up. Keep the chin in line, right, with that spine. Stay here, or extend the right leg out and left leg out into an upside down plank pose. But reach your toes forward. I want your toes reaching to the front of the room. Adjust your hands if you need to. Hold in either upside down tabletop or plank. 3 more breaths. Building that strength within the body, that focus within the body. And then I'd like you to bring the right heel behind so that you can sit right on top of it again like we did at the very beginning of class. Lift the left leg up, but this time, point. Put the left foot flat outside the right thigh. Allow the right hip to release to the floor. Take the right hand to the left knee. Bring the left hand behind your left hip and rotate the spine to the left. Make sure both of your toes are engaged. Chin down to the sternum. And if your spine allows, right elbow comes even closer to the left knee, bind deeper. If you find that you still have more space, you feel supported here, that right arm can come outside of the left knee. And you can go for a bind here. Left hand comes off of the ground to the lower back. And if you are flexible enough, you can bind your hands outside your right hip. Good. Release your bind. Release your hands. Come back to forward. Bring the left leg in front of you again. Walk your hands to the front of the left foot. Come into that lunge. Step the left knee to meet the right knee. Lift all the way up to standing on the knees. Hands and knee prayer mudra over your head. And then we're coming right into another back bend. Hands to the lower back. Fingertips point down. Press those hips, right? Or pubic bone to the imaginary wall. And lift the chest. Lift the chest as you reach back. If you're comfortable, hands go to the heels. And keep moving the pubic bone towards the wall. Feel these connections, right? The soles of your feet is where all the fascia, right, starts. The fascia is the nerves. Really, it's not the nerves, it's like a webbing of the body that holds everything together. So feel all of that in your feet. 1 more breath. We inhale, we lift all the way up. And then we exhale, hands come to the ground, downward dog. Close your eyes. Just notice. Just feel. Feel the earth within the body. Feel the body equalized. Good. Left leg inhales to the sky. Left foot flat between your hands. Right knee comes down. And then go ahead and come to seated right on top of the heel. We did this side. I'm going to switch it up, you guys. Right foot outside by the left. My bad. Let's come into it the same way we did the other side. The first side. Bring the palms down behind you. Bend the knees. Let's lift up into the upside down tabletop. And get this equal. Lift the arches of the feet. Bring the chin in line with the chest. Good. Plank, if you'd like. Last few breaths. Make sure the toes are reaching forward. Heart is lifting up. And then the left heel goes under there. Under the 8 sit bones. Okay. Lift that right leg up, but this time, place it outside the left thigh. Bring the left hand to the right knee. Bring the right hand behind your hip. Lengthen the spine, rotate, look behind the shoulder. And then you know your phases here, right? So you lift seated on the heel, just gives you a little bit more space to move, and you can find that you can bind deeper. That's all it does. Okay, then left elbow wraps around the right knee. Continuing to rotate the spine up the mid-spine, the thoracic spine. Flex your toes. If you're still okay, left arm goes right outside that right knee. So nice and close. And you rise again. So the goal, one of the goals, is to get that right knee right in the armpit. So that's what it's going to get you into that bind, right? So if you're going for that, begin to rotate, bring that left hand to bind around, right hand to the left side of your hip, and then you're looking for the bind. You'll find if you stay here for a moment and really work through your body, you do find space. It may not be the actual bind, but you'll see where your energy is leaking and what you can do to control it, to contain it. One more breath. And then releasing it all the way down. Good, bring the right foot forward. Roll into the forward low lunge. Lift the left knee. This is our last vinyasa. Step the right leg back, plank. You can go right into downward dog with belly tight, or you can take your last chaturanga, opening up, and then downward dog. And we're gonna pause in downward dog for 6 breaths. Just feeling the little nudge of heat in the body, the little nudge of burning away what needs to move on and through with the help of the water in the body, with the help of the air, with the breath, so that we can come back into that stillness. Good. And then from downward dog, please lower your shins, your knees, untuck your toes. So this is going to be different for everyone. Again, if you need a block because of knees, right, you're going to place the blocks on high or low setting and come into hero pose. Otherwise, really Vishnu Mudra, come to seated on the heels again. Okay, we're going to bring that right hand up and just bring the right hand in between the shoulder blades. Take the left hand to the right elbow. Put the chin down into the sternum to get that elbow really in the center of the head. Once you feel comfortable, pull in the muscles of the first mudra within the body, the second mudra, and then the third mudra, hold here. Then bring the left hand to the mid-spine and bind to the right fingers. Once you feel energetically bound, then you can release Jalandhara Bandha, lift the chin up, pull it in to make like a double chin, and hold here. In and out through the breath. Good. Then go ahead and release the right hand down, release the left hand down. Okay, shake it out. So there's a lot that happens here within the muscles of the body. We are trying to open up the chest to release more fascia in the front and through the neck. So I'll get into that a little bit later. Let me just get you into the other side. Okay, lift the left arm up. Bring it into the middle of the bones. Push the elbow down gently without arching the spine. Pull the chin down. Find your center. Find your control with your posterior tilt, right, or Muladhara Bandha. And then bring the right hand behind you. Find the fingers. And it's okay if you don't find them. Each side is different. Once you find or are comfortable where you are, you can lift the chin and pull it in to make like a double chin. And hold energy. Breathe in and out through the nose. Good. Release the bind. Left hand down, right hand down. Send both legs out in front of you. Ah, good job. Okay, so go ahead and slowly lower all the way down to your backs. And just bring your knees to the left and just allow the back to neutralize. Take just a few breaths here. And then allow the knees to go to the opposite direction. And just feel the spiraling of the body. And the lower back regaining some softness. And then come back to center with your knees bent, please. Keep your feet flat. Turn your head all the way to the right like an owl, right? And just breathe. I want you to notice the stretch in the neck, the release in the lower back, and the bottoms of the feet grounding down. So this is a little bit extra. I wasn't going to say this today, but I want to. There are superficial myofascial lines within the body that all there are 12 of them, but every single one of them meet at the bottom of the feet, at the lower back, and at the neck. Those are trigger points of tension, of stress, and where you can really resolve a lot of built up fire, emotions, right? Muscular constraints. Turn your head the other direction, please. And just imagine all of it releasing. This system of the body where we overcompensate, these trigger points that are very common where we hold stress. Think about all of the ways in which we moved our body to it today. All of the ways in which yoga demands, or not really demands, asks the body to move, to hit every single plane of motion, to every way the body can move, to systematically balance everything out so that you are more grounded, you are more balanced. The only other form of movement that comes close is Pilates. Bring the neck into center, pull the knees to the chest. Yoga is the only physical practice that hits all of the systems of the body muscularly, within the fascia, within the nervous system, through every plane of motion. Lift the legs up to the ceiling. If you'd like to do shoulder stand, here is your option. If you'd like to even do headstand, again, that's always your option. But squeeze the thighs together no matter where you go. Look for that mudra. And really feel now, since you all have taken either shoulder stand or legs up the wall, the chin lock, the Jalandhara Bandha, that actually activates your pineal gland within your brain. The hormone, right? To sweetness. The nectar of the gods. Just feel or feed your thirst for more, to awaken that Kundalini goddess inside of you. Feed it. Good. Taking one more breath, and then slowly with control, bend the knees and come slowly down. Okay, extend the legs out and come into a relaxed restorative posture of Shavasana. Take up lots of space, but then I'd like you to bring your thumb and ring finger together just for one final time. Welcome in this energy of grounding, of being right in the center of your earth, of your universe. Feeling ultimately connected, not only with yourself, but this grounding force that's breathing around you, that is waiting for you to just take sips of. Imagine the green, lush earth around you. See it in your third eye. Feel it in your bones. Feel yourself rooted and completely connected and absorbed by it. Follow the in-breath through the nostrils and the out-breath now through the mouth. Follow it like a perfect lullaby. A perfect lullaby rocking you into steadiness that goes and sways until you feel settled. Once you do feel settled, then release your mudra Let the palms be free and let the body completely soften. Feel the grounding element of everything within you, every cell within your body moving freely. Everything in perfect alignment. The mind is soft. The toes are soft. The fingertips are soft. The lower back is soft and the neck is soft. You are at ease. You are in center. Stick with the breath. The work of mudras awaken the Kundalini. Awaken the great wisdom within you and activate a force within you to sharpen your mind and to move through this world with eyes fully open. Feel this powerful experience within your body and look at this practice a little closer. Look at yourself a little closer. It takes the daily purification of the body and the mind in order to regain balance. If throughout the week you feel thrown off, notice within your body if there are constraints, if you tighten, and if then you can release them. Take a few more breaths in stillness. Bring attention when you're ready to the feet, those anchor points that ground you, and bend the knees. Notice that very first step you just took to bend the knees, and then gently roll into the fetal position to the right. Consciously take a breath in and a breath out. Roll all the way up to seated with your eyes closed, with your heart opened, with your mind cleared, maybe a mudra in hand or felt within. The source of your balance already there within you and very much so established. I bring my hands to the center of my body to recognize the center in all of you. I hope you've awakened your Kundalini energy. May it stay with you and may you share it. Light, health, and peace. Namaste, everybody.